Welcome to the 2020 NC Folk Festival Virtual Concert Series. We miss you, but we'll meet again. To dance together, to clap together, to smile together. In unified celebration of the diverse people and creative artistry that shine a light on our folk culture in the streets of Greensboro, North Carolina. See you next September. All performances recorded live on location. Sit back, enjoy the show, and all the unedited spontaneity you'd see live on stage. Funding for the North Carolina Folk Festival Virtual Concert Series is provided by the following sponsors: Town Bank, serving others, enriching lives. Cone Health. Now, more than ever, we're with you. Lee and Wrangler, two of the world's most iconic consumer brands. Greensboro Convention and Visitors Bureau. UNC Greensboro, the Piedmont Triad's largest university, serves 20,000 students and boasts more than 35,000 Spartan alumni who live, work, and play in the Triad. UNC Greensboro, find your way here. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, we resolve to make healthcare better. The City of Greensboro. Greensboro Sports Foundation. Guilford County. The National Endowment for the Arts.
My name is Lacey Wilson. I'm the site manager of the Charlotte Hawkins Brown Historic Site, which is where we are right now. This place is amazing. This is the site of the home of Dr. Charlotte Hawkins Brown and the Palmer Memorial Institute. Dr. Charlotte Hawkins Brown started this school in 1902, a school for Black children. She was a teacher at the AMA school that was in this area that closed after about a year, and the community asked her to start this school so that the children could continue to go to school. And so we're standing on a wonderful example of a preparatory institute for like high school age children for Black kids in North Carolina. They learned agricultural skills, they learned mechanical skills, they learned a lot of etiquette, they learned advocacy, they learned how to take care of their homes, they learned liberal arts of all kinds, and a large amount of these students went on to go to college afterwards and then to additional degrees after that, which is amazing when we're talking about between 1902 and 1971 in a segregated South, and North Carolina's particular segregated South. Charlotte Hawkins Brown herself was an advocate for women's rights, voting rights, labor, immigration, police brutality, and had her hands in a lot of pots. So the history that we talk about on this site is education, teaching Black kids at this time. What can you teach them? What is most useful, and how the school expanded during its time here. And as well as Dr. Charlotte Hawkins Brown's many ways of sort of moving the history and the progress forward during her time through advocacy and club work and speeches and the education that actually happened here. We are set up in front of this bell tower. Students would live and die by this bell directly behind me. A senior boy would be the one who would ring it at particular times, and the bell would ring when you needed to be up, when you needed to be at lunch and dinner and breakfast, when you had to be at your first class, when you are late, definitely if you're not at your class at this particular time. The senior boy would ring this bell, and everyone had to be. It was a very regimented schedule we are right now. This site is a site of political history in North Carolina in a variety of senses. So what we're looking at here are kids getting educated in ways that they were not consistently getting educated in North Carolina, in the South, in the United States. That on its own is fascinating and super important. Dr. Charlotte Hawkins Brown's ability to raise funds and move these kids forward in their lives through their example and through the use of this school is even more important, and the fact that these kids and her were able to advocate for all of these things during their time here. It's a crucially important site, especially a local site, for you to be able to see all the kinds of stories that existed in this space. The students built the gym here. the students raised animals here. There would be a school that you'd have to spend time as the waiter or waitress at the lunch to learn how to do those kinds of things. Many of them became teachers and influenced kids far beyond them. We would definitely love you guys to come and visit the site. You can find us on all the social medias and just searching Charlotte Hawkins Brown Historic Site. Reecey Palmer.
I say na 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 na. I get my bacon from the butcher, get my eggs from the farm, get my strength from my daddy, smart mouth from my mama, get my word from the preacher, my money from the bank, but all of my good home training got my granny to thank. Money isn't there, looking in my sweet, sweet loving from you. I do, hey, I sure do. My sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving from you. I like the touch of your hand on the small of my back. Feel your lips on my neck. I don't know how to act. You make me wanna be faithful, say honest and true. No one else can do me quite the way that you do. So when you call, come running in my sweet, sweet loving from you. I do, hey, I sure do. My sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving from you. Everything I want, yeah, you give it to me, babe. Yeah. Most precious thing to me, yeah, is satisfaction guaranteed. I find peace in your arms, it feels like home. Wherever you are is where I belong. Baby, isn't there in my sweet, sweet loving from you? Yes, I do. Oh, man, sweet, sweet loving, y'all, from you. Yes, I do. I get my sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving from you. I do get my sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving from you. Oh, I get my sweet, I get my sweet, I get my sweet, I get my sweet loving from you. My sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving, sweet, sweet loving from you. Yeah. Woo. Thank you. We're so excited to be here today. I'm Reecey Palmer, and this is my band, and I'll introduce you all to them later. This next song that we're going to do for y'all is from my new album, Revival. And I wrote this song after watching all the developments of the last 4 years and all the protests and people standing up for themselves. And I just wanted to give encouragement to all those that wanted to say something, but they're not really sure what to say. And so this song is called Breathe In, Breathe Out. Breathe in, breathe out. I know you're choking on the words right now. Wanna fight, but you don't know how. Oh, do you stand up or back down? And only run up against the crowd. All you wanna do is drown them out. Oh, you've had so many moments where hope was a dream being shattered, that you're so afraid that you're losing faith. But if you're leaving, you die with your heart on the line, then it matters. No matter what they say, take it all the way. Hey. Don't stop now, you're so close now. It's time now, shout out loud. Breathe in, breathe out. I know you can't get the end right now. Shadow blocking the sunlight out. Oh, but it's okay, it's okay. You gotta speak the truth anyway. While you're waiting on the wind to change, they don't hear, but they will someday. Oh, na 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 na. Don't stop now. You're so close now, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. It's time now. Shine out loud, yeah, yeah. You've had so many moments where hope was a dream being shattered, that you're so afraid that you're losing faith. Yeah, yeah. Leaving you die with your heart on the line, then it matters. No matter what they say, take it all the way. Na 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 na, don't stop now. Shine the time now, yeah, yeah. Na na. Ooh, da 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 da. Shine out loud, yeah, yeah. Everybody sing it with me, yeah. One more time. So this next song, North Carolina in the summer, you gotta love it. This next song I wrote for my husband. We've been married for 10 years this year, and you know, no one ever told me about how when you think of marriage, you think of you're with your best friend, and you know, you're gonna be together all the time, and you just are in love, and everything's gonna be awesome, and you don't think about the fact that they actually are with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it was a big change for me, a big shock. And I remember the very first fight that we had. I called my grandmother because my grandmother and my grandfather had been together for 50 plus years when my grandfather passed. And I was just like, why didn't you tell me he was like this? And I'm so sick of him, and he's always in my face, and he's always talking, and I'm just tired of him. And she said, well, baby, you're going to have good times, and you're going to have bad times. But she said the best part about having the bad times is the making up. And so that's what this song is about. This is about the making up. This is called Soul Message. Ooh. baby, set aside your pride. I'm not up against you, I'm still on your side. See, I don't wanna fight you, I wanna work it out. But you can't feel my intentions when it's so loud. There's no need for talking, you won't hear what I say. But I've gotta reach you some way by sending you a soul message just between you and me. We don't have to speak, sending you soul message, hey, so you can hear me, so something clearly, yeah. We need a breakthrough of the heart, and the very best way to start is sending you a soul message, yes. Let's just get quiet, come and hold my hand. It's time we remember something we both understand. Can you feel my body sinking into yours? That's the kind of signal that you can't ignore. There's no need for talking, you won't hear what I say. But I've gotta reach you some way, yeah, by sending you a soul message just between you and me. We don't have to speak, sending you a soul message, hey, so you can hear me, so something clearly, yeah. We need a breakthrough of the heart, and the very best way to start is sending you a soul message, yes. I'm going further, deeper than skin. Let's make a real connection. I'm on a mission to get your heart's attention. Baby, just listen to what I'm giving you. I'm sending you a soul message just between you and me. We don't have to speak, sending you a soul message, hey, so you can hear me, so something clear, yeah. We need a breakthrough of the heart, and the very best way to start is sending you a soul message, yes. I'm sending you, I'm sending you, I'm sending you a soul message, baby. I'm sending you, I'm sending you a soul message from my heart. Ooh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, baby, I'm sending you, I'm sending you, I'm sending you a soul message from my heart, yeah, So this next song that we're gonna do for you guys is from my new album Revival, and I wrote this in 2014 after the murder of Michael Brown. I'm from St. Louis, and I know Ferguson very well, and I remember watching everything unfold on the news and feeling extremely powerless and not sure what I could do to help the situation. And I saw this quote They tried to cut us down, but they didn't know that we were seeds. And I felt that like in a very visceral way. And I truly believe that each and every one of us are seeds, and we can be seeds for progress, we can be seeds for justice, or we can be seeds for chaos. And it's up to each and every one of us. It's a choice. And that's what this song is about. And so this is called Seeds. Brothers and sisters, don't believe what you've been sold. They can bury your body, but never touch your soul. They built you a prison, locked up your mind, made you think you're nothing, and filled your heavy lies. Can't act too free, act too proud, shine too bright, speak too loud. When they come to cut you down, that's when you gotta stand your ground. When they bury our dreams, we push 'em up through concrete. We growing where they can't see. These roots run deep, 'cause we are seeds. When we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No hate can't stop love. We are seeds. Hey, I said we are seeds. Oh yeah. Mothers and fathers, ancestors of this earth, bring your strength and wisdom. Teach your children what they're worth. 'Cause armor, truth, and mercy, they won't fall to anyone. They're standing on our shoulders, reaching for the sun. When they bury our dreams, we push them up through concrete. We growing where they can't see. These roots run deep, 'cause we are seeds. When we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No, it can't stop love. I said we are seeds. Hey, I said we are seeds. Yeah. So the battle is now. We are the army. I said the battle is now. We are the army. So the battle is now. We are the army. I said the battle is now. It's now. It's now. Right now. Hey, when they bury our dreams, we push them up through concrete. We growing where they can't see. These roots run deep, 'cause we are seeds. When we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No, it can't stop love. I said we are seeds. Hey, I said we are seeds. Hey, and when we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No, it can't stop love. I said we are seeds. So this next song, staying with the theme, this next song was written after the Women's March in 2016, and just trying to think of how to tell people to be an ally. Everybody wants to know how to be an ally right now. Well, the best way to be an ally is to speak up. If you see something, say something. And, you know, if people say something and you know it's not right, say something. And so this song is simply called Speak On It. Everybody's stressed out about the state of things. 'Cause when you're looking around, it gets you wondering how'd it get so bad? How'd it go so wrong? Well, if you don't like the game, then you don't have to play along. You don't Don't have to be crazy, don't have to be obscene. But if something strikes you funky, stand up and strain your peace. You gotta speak on it. Use your voice to make a righteous noise. And then you gotta keep on it. Oh, put it in the air, make it loud and clear. Good people everywhere, speak on, speak on. Speak on, speak on. Listen, your brother's getting beat, your sister's held to the ground. If you say what you see, we can turn it around. Don't let nobody tell you silence can kill you. If no one will defend them, baby, let them know you will. You gotta speak on it. Use your voice to make a righteous noise. Then you gotta keep on it. Oh, put it in the air, make it loud and clear. Good people everywhere, speak on, speak on. Speak on, speak on. Listen, you gotta think on it, pray on it, and speak on it. Don't sit on it. Work on it, march on it, stay on it, don't stop, don't quit. You gotta think on it, pray on it, to speak on it, don't sit on it. Work on it, march on it, stay on it, don't stop, don't quit. You gotta speak on it. Use your voice to make a righteous noise. And you gotta keep on it. Oh, put it in the air, make it loud and clear. Good people everywhere, yeah. Think on it, pray on it, then speak on it. Don't sit on it. Work on it, march on it, stay on it. Don't stop, don't quit. You gotta think on it, pray on it, then speak on it. Don't sit on it. Work on it, march on it, stay on it. Don't stop, don't quit. You gotta speak on it. Use your voice to make a righteous noise. And then you gotta keep on it. Oh, put it in the air, make it loud and clear. Good people everywhere, speak on, speak on. Whew. This last song is the title track from my album, and we're going to take you to church. Y'all ready to go to church? All right, here we go. This is Revival. Trapped in darkness, waiting for the light. Cold and heartless, something ain't right. introduce you guys to my band because they're pretty awesome and I can't leave without saying their names. So we're gonna start over here on keys. We got Mr. Brandon Williams. Come on, here we go. Y'all give it up one more time for Brandon. Now, over here on bass, we have, and it's such a pretty bass. I feel like I should introduce the bass, but playing the beautiful bass is Mr. Darian Alexander. Come on, give it a little something. Here we go. Everybody. Now over here on guitar, we have the fabulous Mr. Charles Newkirk. For Charles. Now last, but certainly not least, back here on the drums, the heartbeat of the band, we have the amazing Mr. Mike Johnson. Come on, Mike, give it to him now. And my name is Reecey Palmer, and thank you so much to the North Carolina Folk Festival for having us. We were so happy to do this. Thank you to Amy and Ashley especially. And if you like what you heard, go to ReeceyPalmerMusic.com. Thank you so much. Hey, hey. We need a revival. Lord, you said just what you're gonna do. Oh, we need a revival. Oh, Lord, just said just what you're gonna do. Oh, we need a revival. How we get so confused, oh, we're lost without you. Oh, I don't want to stop it for the truth. No, I'm there. Yeah, it's like one day. Oh, we need a revival. We need a revival. We need a revival. Oh, we need a revival. We need a revival.
Find your way here.
To a community of people
guided by the wisdom of a goddess and the spirit of a warrior.
At UNC Greensboro, we transform lives every day.
On campus,
in our hometown, our home state,
and around the world. By being true to our core, we've earned the right to say,
we are the best at what we do.
We are UNC Greensboro.
A national leader in a thriving city.
Right here in the heart of North Carolina.
Find your way here.
On the other side of fear is greatness. But the real victory comes the moment you find out what you're really made of. Wrangler.
So I'm Natalie Miller. I am the owner of the historic Magnolia House. This is a family legacy. So I stepped in about 2.5 years ago to take the torch on from Dad. We are the hotel where African Americans stay during the Jim Crow era. So we were in the Negro Traveler's Guide. They call it the Green Book. Essentially, the Green Book was essentially the yellow pages for Black people during segregation. We were listed in 6 editions of the Green Book and starred in each of those editions as a highly recommended place to stay. When Mama Gist, who owned it, whenever they would open up their doors, we had some prominent guests stay with us. And that includes, Ray Charles, James Robinson, James Baldwin, and many, many others. So there's a lot of rich history and a lot of stories within these walls that we're just looking to share with the community. A lot of fun. It could be stories about when Louis Armstrong, when he stayed here, actually he would stay at 3 weeks at a time. And he'd sit here and Mama Gist would actually serve his favorite, which was the ham biscuits and molasses while he cleaned his trombone. Or there were very colorful stories when Ike and Tina Turner stayed here. Papa Gist would have to get involved. We all know the history there, so that was very colorful times. Or we can talk about, when Charlotte Hawkins Brown, she came and had her women's meetings here, and she also hosted her goddaughter's gala here. Times like we are in today, thank you to the NAACP, they would actually host their meetings here on protesting and protest etiquette, things of that nature. So there's quite a few stories in terms of what's within these walls that we are looking to replicate. Everything that we do operationally right now actually mimics what the historic hotel did. So we open up our dining services to feed the Louis Armstrongs or the community. We also host events and gatherings very similar, if not just like Charlotte Hawkins Brown did. We also host community meetings and really bringing the community together. In terms of times like this today, I think for us and how we've been impacted, which we are closed at this time, we are very, very excited about reopening and more excited about rehiring the team that we weren't able to keep prior to this. My uncle, Samuel Penn, who my dad was named after, he was the first Black police officer here in Greensboro. So I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we here at Magnolia are also trying to extend our reach and work with, the sheriff and the chief of police and the mayor, the community around what that police reform, what that looks like from a strategic standpoint. So those are some of the conversations that we're listening to and trying to introduce. What we do in here in terms of music, again, going back to doing exactly what the house did. So what that looks like today, the Gist family that owned the house, the son, Buddy Gist, was best friends with Miles Davis. And so as a result of that relationship, Miles Davis gifted Buddy his trumpet from Miles' Kind of Blue album. Buddy, before he passed, donated that trumpet over to UNCG. And that's why they call themselves the UNCG Miles Davis Jazz Program. So in terms of what we do, we actually partner with that school and we have the students play here and it's actually been a part of their education curriculum and some other partnerships that we have going on. We also, during the summer, we had a summer supper series where we extended that reach to A&T students and high school students, and we even had a 10-year-old trumpet player. That's our way of connecting with the music and paying tribute to those that were a part of this house. You can visit our website, which is www.thehistoricmagnoliahouse.com. There's all the information that you would need there to get into further contact with us. Demeanor.
What's up, everybody? My name is Demeanor, and I'm so grateful to be here at the 2020 Virtual North Carolina Folk Festival. Sounds really cool when you say it like that. And I'm joined today by some super lovely people. I've got Emmanuel Winter here on the violin. Got the man himself, Charlie Hunter, on the guitar. And for the first song, I'd like to invite a special guest. Let me get a drum roll. I would like to invite Charlie Lowry to the stage, please. Another short drum roll. I'll keep it going for you.
Thank you.
I said what I said, as for what I meant, I see that we should both just breathe. On and on it goes, every day's the goal, but these past few have been the worst for me. See, I don't act like him, and you're nothing like her, but we still fight over the same old things. And I don't have the words, and might not yet the courage, but I know I deserve somebody like me. And I've been on the verge. They've been telling me it's easy, but one thing I have learned is I gotta like me.
You and I then be, if you could only see. And though I'm at my best when I have you right next to me, what will tomorrow bring? The stronger that we are whenever we're apart is key. Let's love honestly.
And I don't have the words, might not yet the courage, but I know I deserve somebody like me. And I've been on the verge. They've been telling me it's easy, but one thing I have learned is I gotta like me. I love us, can't we just trust the fact before asked if we return dust to me? You're born much of what you're gonna be. Keys ignore the speech that mourns us. I was taught that to be a tall glass, we must refrain from feels and all that. That's just not fact, so I remain in touch with cuts I hurt. We must observe that love is worth everything, we gon' make it work. Big boy, I can take the hurt, I can take the reins or we can skirt. Or you can take me somewhere I can learn about something I ain't know first. Together, who better look at you like you finna serve? Now I really feel a surge and I don't have the words, and might not yet the courage, but I know I deserve somebody like me. And I've been on the verge. They've been telling me it's easy, but one thing I have learned is I gotta like me. Thank you so much, Charlie.
Thank you.
So the next one I'm going to get into, I actually have another special guest who's not physically here. Rhiannon Giddens is going to be playing the banjo on this tune. And what I kind of had to do and what I've been really looking into is new kind of innovative ways of performing, especially when we're doing stuff like virtual, concerts and events. I've had the time during this, crazy time to really get into arranging on this software that I have called Ableton. And we recorded this song live, and I kind of put the stems together. And these amazing guys, hopped on the track. And so this is something a little new for me, and I'm really excited to show this song to the world. It's about to get real rappy in here, you ready? Now I ain't usually with the back and forth, but I be packing iron like I done got me a sack of ore. This fire stick hit 'em on riot pitch, the glass will fall, riot gear when I appear. The smoking sticks you've been asking for. Hit the gas and I'm dashing forward as the ash on this floor. Passenger ashes on the door, I told him stop it. Mr. Bones, you so obnoxious, you make me nauseous. Plus you smoke like you don't need oxygen. You see me and you are opposite, opposition really. You see me and you know what time it is. You ain't no friend of me, homie, get it more than an enemy. You're a lieutenant, you gotta be kidding. Stuck around like I wanted you with me through all of them pivotal moments. Probably would've ended different if I had prior knowledge and listened. I obviously didn't. I ain't follow my heart, now it's in schism with an iron inside of it. What ain't fitted, I made fit. Middle finger up to what you make of it. Running up the block, I ain't even know what an acre meant. Spin a grip, searching for a place to spit. Hope an open mic and open eyes to all the pain I'm in. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside. Now I don't like to do this too often. It's too much talking these days, not enough action. Objects of fascination beyond a falsified optic. Forced to find options, I don't follow just anybody. I'm fortifying my conscience, gotta triple check it, peep the record. I don't trust it, got metro thinking in metric how it's measured. Whoever seeing this better like it. Better yet, throw an emoji under that. You know how I get. Slightly controllable when I swipe through some quotables. So not sociable, more unsatisfied, even uncomfortable. Couple with polarizing the tone, and I'm hoping I could. I don't wish somebody would. I know that he would. I know that he would. I know that he would. I don't wish somebody would, boy. I know that he would. I know that he would. I know that he would. I don't wish somebody would, boy. I know that he would. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Now welcome to the everlasting, never having a second chance bandstand. I hope everybody brought in with them somebody that's finna be real with them. Cause these bills we will get them. Get up. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Mr. Bones need to leave me alone. Said it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home on my own. Emmanuel, Mr. Bones really needs to leave me alone.
He does.
You gotta get out of here. Mr. Bones in that song kind of represents the devil that you always have on your shoulder, that's always whispering in your ear. He says it's lit outside, but I'd rather be at home right on my own. Ooh, and that's topical right now. We got to stay inside. Everyone should stay inside right now. Look at us, we had to come outside to come here. How crazy is that? This next song that I wrote, I'm sure everybody has that person in their life where you have so much love for them, but it's just not working out, and there's no negative energy there, but it's just not working. And I wrote a song kind of in that vibe. Shall we do it? Yeah. Let's do it. I've been driving around cities and towns, traveling through, flicking up like, look at me now, boo. New jacket I bought in a blackish blue just cause it matched with my old shoes and the colorway of my soul food. Night skies and the light, it give me the itis. I'm just trying to inspire myself. Eating well, so I move a couple notches on the new designer belt. And while it loosen up, I disguise that certain side of myself, the less confident. Bust down like I don't really care about what time it is. I'm up now. I can show you what timeless is. My mind is set. Should I digress? But look. While she undressed, I'm thinking about a topic that we could do to address. We plan ourselves. Baby girl, you better pace yourself. I've been here before, so when I return, I behave myself. You'll hear no sight from me. You'll get no sign from me. If you ain't got the time for me. If you ain't got the time for me. You'll hear no sight from me. You'll get no sign from me. If you ain't got the time for me. If you ain't got the time for me. World traveler, watch how the word pass around. I went from class clown to look at who laughing now. See these rappers influence, homie, just ask about me. Even when it's said and done, it was still passed around. Witnesses turned to simile to tendency. Really, it's chemistry. Living in an experiment is killing me. I'm steering with the hand that fed me and staring in the eye of mankind. And it's more than kinda unsettling, telling me I could be anything, but turn around and take me for everything. It take everything in me. I wrote parables from the caramel skin pigment. Since penny pinching, I killed plenty mics. You'll hear no sight from me. You'll get no sign from me. If you ain't got the time for me. If you ain't got the time for me. You'll hear no sight from me. You'll get no sign from me. If you ain't got the time for 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 me. Do you make time for yourself, Charlie? You try. I try to make time for myself. I try to make time for love. And I think that this is a time where we all have to actively make more time for love because it's really hard right now, you know? And yeah, I just felt that. Yeah. I'm bringing the banjo out. It's lit. Just gotta adjust this mic a little bit. So this next tune I'm gonna do is a tune called Entrega. And I kind of wrote it with this dude from Cairo. His name is Tarek. And Tarek, if you're watching this and I didn't say your name right, I'm sorry. I've been working on it for months, man. But he showed me this kind of like different rhythm and this, you know, this different scale. And again, back to the Ableton, I kind of made a track around this scale that he showed me. And I think it's time for me to bring my baby girl out. This is Bessie. Everybody say hi. If you're watching this, say hi. Hi, Bessie. Bessie is also my bestie. But Bessie has an attitude sometimes. She doesn't like to stay in tune, so let me just make sure that she's doing her job. Okay, I'm ready. You guys ready? sense of catastrophe even before BLM. I was seeing it happen in front of me. Had a few things done to me, I was too young to fathom. Just imagine being in the position of being picked apart based upon your pigment. They said I was academically challenged, but it was the academics that I challenged. I never fit in my district. They taught me lineage beginning to change. My family sees that I'm beginning to change. Attitude that I tapped into in that particular stage benefited me at the end of the day. See, I had a couple of white friends that think I'm too black. My black friends think I'm way too militant, but yet not black enough, even though most of them won't admit it. But neither of them have a problem with calling me up. I used to read a lot of fiction because the non-fiction was an odd mixture of both. So I studied on my own. I learned that colonialism wasn't only a decision based upon expanding a hold on the globe. They thought that it was already theirs and they were sold. And if you disagree with them, then you knew it was on. See, history is written by the victor. I think their definition of victory is wrong. That felt good.
Yeah.
I felt good to get that out. I think that when it comes to the content of that song, I feel like it's important that I say a couple things. First off, I would like to say it's time for us to, I don't want to say this when I'm not looking into, so let me go ahead and fix this. There's no excuse at this point. It's time for us to arrest the police that killed Breonna Taylor. And we demand justice for Marcus Smith and everybody that is suffering at the hands of a very oppressive situation right now. I don't feel like it's my place to go on a whole rant, but it's time for us to draw the line in the sand and say where we stand. And to me, folk music is the music of the people. Any person. It's not something that you have to be taught. These rhythms and these lyrics and these melodies, they come from the soul. They're something that you inherit. And if folk music is the music of the people, it has to reflect the people's voices. That's all of us. And I'm very grateful for Folk Fest giving me an opportunity to perform, because this is my folk music. And to me, rap is like the illest folk music that's ever existed. And part of rap is telling stories and talking about what you go through and talking about your loves and your passions. And one of my passions is my hair, my dreads. Yeah, they tell a whole story. They mean a lot to me, and I think I'd like to talk about them a little bit. Yeah, hey, black boy, nappy head, clap twist up my dreads. Little Irish in me when the sun hit 'em right there, look a bit redder. Okay, spritz of the know it smell up the room and you know it. Put a little sheen on them, Kenny, I freak it. Out of time, I brought a kit for the weekend. I had a conversation with this roster dude at the artist block. He said that each one tell a story, they all got your knowledge locked. I was with my man's back when we couldn't save a grand 12th grade, trying to make a plan. We ain't have many options, we sat around and talked a lot. I need some money, met me a honey, and her hand on putty. Used to go 80 down 85 just to see your mama, hope I stay alive. It wasn't nothing, 12-pound repercussions. I ain't even up to something. But the way my dreads hang out the window, they up it. Mr. Tambo, why they always trying to dismantle us? I'm so tired of standing outside my car like a candle, bruh. Don't they know I'm just trying to ball like everybody else? You know, get my handles up like everybody else, but all they see is a black boy, nappy head, clap twist up my dreads. Little Irish in me when the sun hit 'em right, they look a bit red on her. Okay, spritz of the know it, smell up the room and you know it. Put a little sheen on 'em, Kenny, I freak it. At this time, I brought a kit for the weekend. Should get me through the trip. Silk rap, I ain't new to this. Hey, I love my hair. It make them scared, but it's still gonna be there. I walk in, they like, who is this? I know guys at 5-0 gonna try me, and the zeitgeist is so hypnotic, but these walls, I'ma just to duking them. Representation, post miseducation, true elevation. No more limitation nor imitation. Soak in it and pick up the pace. There's only one meaning to race. If we think about it, spread love and accept love, and yo, be surrounded. Peace around you. All of these things we've encountered, recorded in the DNA of my locks that I'm well endowed with. I'm so proud of how far we've come, but we're not done. And one more thing before I leave is when you see these, please don't touch. I hate when they touch my hair. This is special. This means something. Do you have anything you'd like to add? Oh, should I go again right now? Yeah, go for it. I think I might go back in. Hey. Yeah, dread on me long as a history of us being oppressed. But forget that, I'ma get me a check. Me and my homies, the one you ain't keeping in check. Running the game, I'm a king in his chest. A king in his chest? A king in chess doesn't really have any cool moves, you know what I mean? Like Queen would've worked just fine for the rhyme scheme, but whatever. I'll just go back in. Hey, black boy, nappy head, clap twist up my dreads. Little Irish in me when the sun hit them right, they look a bit red on her, okay. Spritz to the knowledge, smell up the room and you know it. Put a little sheen on them, Kenny, I freak it. Out of town, I brought a kit for the weekend. You know, when you have dreads, and you go out of town, there's a whole kit you have to bring. You know, like you gotta bring whatever you're wrapping, a silk wrap, a whole little spritz bottle of no-edge and stuff like that. It's a lot, yo, it's a lot, but I love it. There's no way I would ever, you know, trade my dreads for anything, you know. Yeah, I had to talk about my hair for a second. I felt good to get that out. But while we're talking about, you know, folk music and dreads and banjos and stuff, doesn't it feel like the time is just flying right by? You know? Like my, how the time flies right by. You know what I mean? Set the expectation, establish boundary lines. Now's the time we separate perpetuation from reclamation. See, we got decades of data, this fight ain't temporary. It don't end in no cemetery. But where those who say it's now getting scary? They been in Jerry Sweet. I remember when lyricism was part of the recipe. This a game I won't let rest in peace. I'll keep pushing buttons till there isn't nothing else left in me. I feel like a red receipt. I know they know this must be too explosive. They scared to be next to me, withholding focus. I've been on my homegrown God body. I idolize Malik Shabazz. They like John Gotti. I got it, but that ain't my problem. My product popping. I won't wait for a sheep to tell me I'm iconic. It's deeper than the overhead. What's going overhead? Don't need a pie just to know your ledge. My, how time flies right by. 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 I feel like an enemy to the mind state. We're trying to escape that. But look, this ain't for the faint of heart, it's been this way. People like me feel like this every day. Talking to you through a scarlet solo. I'm a starving artist, I feel better solo. It never changed. See, all my role models dead. Broken bottles, hollow tips, and throwing lead. I can't trip when I'm on the ledge. We don't get no second chances. Make a move, learn lessons after. I ain't find a path, I carved a path. I use my nappy head. See, nickel 9, the only reason I feel inspired. We came from empires, got a sign in the empire. I'm beginning to inquire about what I really do this for. I've been around the world already, so what are we even moving towards? My, how time flies right by. My, how time flies right by. My, how time flies right by. It really does, it just keeps flying. My, how time flies right by. Also, I'd like to thank Charlie Hunter for giving me that wonderful instrumentation to craft that beat around. I had a great time working on that record. Man, This feels like a really great day, you know? And my mom said there would be days like this. She always told me there was gonna be days like this. So I wanna talk about today. You wanna talk about today?
Yeah, let's
How about you? You wanna talk about today?
I think I might, but I think this is the one I'm not playing on. I'm not sure though.
Oh yeah, but we can still talk, you know?
Okay, let's talk
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's do it. Dude, it's so hard to sing after Charlie Lowry. She's so good. She's so good. So I'm gonna just do what I do best, and that's rap. Look. Everything is everything, and everybody around here straight. She can tell what I'm thinking about. She can see it in my face. I'm on top of it, top of it. I'm on top of it, top of it. Everything is everything, and everybody around here good. Yeah. If it didn't really work out, I know I did what I could. I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. And I done came a long way since waiting on a day like this. Mama said it'd be days like this. Be patient, baby, be patient. I've been living like I knew I'd get another try. Nothing like them other guys. 66 that North Cat, boy, you already know the vibes. They'll never be outside whenever the time come to get it right. But ever since I did that little song, Auntie told me do it the first time, do it the first time, do it the first try. Know what the word, know when I earn mine, low with the bird's eye, know when I'm prime. Told her my bona fide can't go inside, can't go inside. Especially when no one inside. You secondhand with the mentions, I know it, but yo, have you heard about mine? Everything is everything, and everybody around here straight. She can tell what I'm thinking about, she can see it in my face. I'm on top of it, top of it. I'm on top of it, top of it. Everything is everything, and everybody around here good. If it didn't really work out, I know I did what I could. I'm on top of it. On top of it. And I done came a long way since waiting on a day like this. Like mama said, it'd be days like this. Patient, baby, be patient. Look, every rapper that rap don't have to be good, but he ain't gotta be a rapper either. We make it seem like people have to pick a side in this thing or act like they did when people can't even pick which fit they rockin' this weekend. We don't target innocence and we don't talk to leeches. They drain my energy in a sense. We don't walk between them. We across the street and peeping. We parting seas and they be falling off the deep end. This simple as AB, yeah, CD, you can keep it. You see D as a deacon, watch him eat it up. Only even speaking when I give up, and I ain't bringing up. My name be the one that they bringing up. Demeanor. I'm patient. Baby, be patient. So, thank you very much for having me. This has been a blast, and I hope everybody out there is staying safe. I hope everybody out there is still continuing to follow their passion and to be the example that you want to see. Thank you, Folkfest. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, other Charlie. Thank you, Selena, Ashley, everybody in here that's involved. This has been great. I'm Demeanor.
When a member walks in our office, they're going to know that we can take care of them locally.
Scott Baker, president of Town Bank, understands what our local business community is looking for.
Greensboro and the Greater Triad is a great community. It is a lot of thriving small businesses and mid-sized businesses that are looking for a financial institution that really wants to help them. That is what we at Town Bank are all about.
Now is not the time to delay care.
Now is the time to receive it.
Cone Health is committed to safety, and we're taking extra precautions to keep you well.
In all of our offices, doctors, nurses, team members, and patients are required to wear masks.
We're also screening everyone who enters our facilities. and testing for coronavirus before any surgery or procedure.
Call your doctor or healthcare provider today to schedule your next appointment.
Cone Health, we're with you.
My name is Amy Klug, and this is the old Mill of Guilford. It is one of the oldest running grist mills in the country. Okay, the mill is 253 years old, and it was built to serve the farmers in the area. Its big claim to fame is that it was taken over during the Revolutionary War by General Cornwallis, and he took it over to feed his troops on his way down to fight in the Battle of Guilford in Greensboro. It's always been a water-powered mill, but not always with the red wheel that you see back there. It's had other water sources before. So we stone grind corn to make cornmeal, grits, and polenta. And we stone grind a variety of wheats to make different kinds of flour. And then we also make about 40 different mixes, muffin mixes, pancake, scone, biscuit, hush puppy, gingerbread, a variety of mixes. Sweet potato muffins are our most popular mix. The mill itself is 253 years old. It is built on laid stone so that if there is a flood, it kind of washes through the bottom of the building. The building next to it is a feed mill. In the olden days, it was used to make animal feed from the waste from this mill. We use it for storage right now. The building at the end is actually a tobacco barn. It was on a neighboring farm, and it was brought here and rebuilt here. So our miller's name is Annie Laura Perdue, and she's been affiliated with the mill for over 40 years, and she's responsible for milling the grains. She's the heart of the mill. She knows all the customers, knows all their names, and she's definitely the heart of the mill. So we sell country ham from Phillip Brothers Country Ham in Asheboro, and then we have a biscuit mix, so you can make biscuits and put the ham with it, serve the ham with it. We've had a dinner here. We've had events with bluegrass music on the porch. Yes, we're open 9 to 5, 7 days a week. Come and you can buy your grains here, buy your mixes, and we can buy online too. We have a website, oldmillofguilford.com, and people all over the country purchase our products online. Chatham County Line.
Oh me, oh my, time never flies when you're waiting on love. Catch your eye and you're alone, all alone. Might as well hit a bar, prop up a stool, play pinball, play the fool, getting lower. Baritone. There must be hope for me somewhere. There must be a lucky road down. For now I sit and stare out these blue eyes, looking for love. Oh me, oh my. Oh my, oh me, the poor honeybee works all day long for his queen, a woman he's never seen. Sleeps all night by himself, don't he long for someone else to be? I should have been. There must be hope for me somewhere. There must be a lucky roll of the die. For now I sit and stare at these blue eyes, looking for love. Oh me, oh my. Bon ton relay there, friends, from Oh Me, Oh My there. Oh, I'm going to give you a sec. Oh Me, Oh My there, ladies and gentlemen, from our latest release, Strange Fascination. And now let's go back in the archives. From Frisco, many days come, and I long to be back to where I'm from. I never saw a woman with a sweeter gaze than that woman I loved in my younger days. But I've seen her arch in the redwoods told, tasted the fruit, heard the sirens cold, sat on a horse and slept in the field. I know this land, I know how I feel. I'm the traveler, I'm the one, I'm the roamer. My love is well, I've seen a face draw 1,000 stares, held a woman the world judged as fair. But I never saw an eye that shared your hue, no lips that spoke words half as true. I'm a traveler, I'm the one, I'm the roamer. My love is never get back to where I'm from. For I know where that woman, she waits for me. For I laid the stone, she's underneath. I'm a traveler. Song was The Traveler. This is the song I was looking forward to, a song for one of my favorite towns in the world, New Orleans, Louisiana, where you can always find a good time, one way or another, but the mornings are another thing altogether. I woke with a headache, got to bed too late, head like a live oak, woodpecker beating Morse code, they say the bone tone relief. Night started off real slow, cold beer, rock show, someone brought the whiskey round, then I needs to lay down, still high as the Milky Way, live my life the Creole way, head like a live oak, woodpecker beating Morse code, they say the bone tone relay. Life's gonna take its toll. Life letting the good times roll, speeding through a small town. Man, I should probably slow down. That sun burning hot today, think I hide out in a matinee. Head like a live oak, woodpecker beating Morse code, let's say the bone tone relay. The Creole woodpecker making his soul, so I can live the good times. like he's gone and made his home. So I could let the good times roll. Why, thank you. Thank you, viewers at home or at large, giant cinemas playing this film, because that's how I like to enjoy great cinematography. Riding this train, station to station, bought my ticket with no hesitation. Silver steam is better than gold. Oh mama, I was born to roll. Never grew up, even though I tried. Ain't got nothing left of my pride. As a boy, know I played with the train. Well, that boy still drives this name. Riding this train, station to station, bought my ticket with no hesitation. Silver steam is better than gold. Oh mama, I was born to roll. Stay upright, even when I'm stumbling. Count my money when dice come tumbling. Thrown a punch, you know I took a few. You ain't got nothing without something to prove. Riding this train, station to station, bought my ticket with no hesitation. Silver steam is better than gold. Oh mama, I was born to roll. Silver steam better than gold. Oh mama, I was born to roll. So far, every car that's driven by here at the old mill in Guilford, right there in Greensboro, North Carolina, is in tune with the band, which is perfect. That's what we like. I mentioned our new album, and I'm going to do the title track to our latest release. For those of you watching at home, it could be the future, John. It could be the year 2072, because that's the way the internet works.
That's what I thought year it was.
If so, we gleep glorp. Yeah, we know about it. But we're really looking forward to playing for you guys forever. This one's called Strange Fascination. Strange fascination, reach for a shooting star. Don't know how lucky, don't know how lucky you are. Strange fascination, it's gonna leave a mark. Don't know how lucky, don't know how lucky you are. I want peace on earth, I wanna be sedated. I want a lover's touch, don't keep me waiting. Strange fascination, you had me from the start. Don't know how lucky, don't know how lucky you are. Strange fascination, reach out and trace that scar. Don't know how lucky, don't know how lucky you are. I wanna chase away these blues. I want a lover's kiss, soft and loose. Strange fascination, reaching and touch my heart. Don't know lucky, don't know lucky you strange fascination. How did we get this far? Don't know lucky, don't know lucky you are. I want a secret tone undiscovered. I want an ending now that's beloved. Strange fascination, reach for a shooting star. Don't know how lucky, you don't know how lucky you are. Strange fascination. Jay was a dog. He had nothing. Together we had something. Few of the moments we spent apart left behind quite a few broken hearts, black as cold, feet are white, skipping those dreams all in the night. I let him off his leash, oh, so he could run, till I whistled through my teeth for him to come. Jackie boy, come running. Jackie boy, come running. Light a fire in the evening to sleep we're both retrieving. Now wake to the sound of Jackie's bark. The house was aflame and the flying sparks. Jackie boy, come running. Jackie boy, come running. You know Jack never died, just kept finding ways to keep himself alive, till one day he disappeared into the sun. When I close my eyes, still see him run. Jackie boy, come running. Jackie boy, come running. Jackie boy, come running. Thank you, friends. A song called Jackie Boy.
Take a second turn here.
We love North Carolina and the stories of North Carolina. This one's dedicated to all the folks who discovered the Queen Anne out there in eastern North Carolina. And my favorite bar in the world, the Backstreet Pub in Beaufort, North Carolina. I was young and fever-filled with a dear story too. Demon with a beard of black, no footstep in his track. At the helm of a mighty ship, shallow berth but well equipped, lost on the diamond shoals. Carrying the Queen Anne's gold. When I hit the year 18, long and strong, tall and mean, I set out by Lennon's life, found out west, sank that night. I let dreams fill my sail as I followed every trail of the riches in a hole. Can the Queen Anne's gold. Every tide will shape these shores, gnaw 'em like an apple core. Wind and rain will move the land, cover stone, shifting sand. It can be tough but kind's all I ever seem to find. Another boy grown old, searching for the Queen Anne's gold. Footstep in his tray. On the day they found his ship, he would laugh with hands on hips, but only the deep sea knows where the Queen Anne's go. Still following those stars, John. Just a second to introduce the band, ladies and gentlemen, from Cornelius, North Carolina, on the stand-up bass, occasionally pedal steel, Mr. Greg Redling. Give him a hand at home. Got it. Over here, the third best musician from Shelby, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, and he smiles when I say that only because Shelby, North Carolina is the hometown of both Don Gibson and the immortal Earl Scruggs. So give a hand for John Tier from Shelby, North Carolina. And back here, imported from out of state, from Danville, Illinois, the wondrously dressed, one piece of clothing is all he can wear at one time. Mr. Dan Hall on the skins, bringing it to you. My name's Dave Wilson, and Chatham County Line is what we are, and we're
We're so glad to be here out at the old mill in Guilford, right outside Greensboro, having a good time. John came here as a child, and his mother spanked him with the wheel over there. She just held his little rear right next to the wheel, and it was boop, 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 boop. She hadn't brought that up. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's focus on the show. All in good fun. This is one called Crop Comes In.
Sweet Marie, I can hardly wait. There's gas in the tank, tonight's our fate. Let us not part so by the porch's light. Let's go out together into the night. Santa friend Peter had a steady way. Home for two is numbers on the page. But thought flew wild, that's when she spoke. In the words as they started, I thought a joke. She said, come see me when the crop comes in. How in the cotton my dress is fine. I'm not the kind of woman that's bound to lose. Come around with you, poor boy blue. She was so the moment she picked up plastic fork in a paper cup. But she laughed at my jokes and she sure could smile. Said that she was my love, she laughed a while. She said, come see me when the crop comes. When the water's high in the forest. Found the cotton, my dress is fine. I'm not the kind of woman that's bound to lose. Don't come around with you, poor boy blue. There's a diamond in your talk that loud. Love not make you proud when you got more than you can use. Don't bore me, you reach girl blue. Sweet Marie, I can hardly wait. Back when I thought you were my fate, but a diamond told you to walk that aisle. Even though that could have been, it should have been my style. She said, come see me when the crop comes. Water's high in the forest. How the cotton, my dress is fine. Spend it all, you can be mine. When it's broken in two, you made the eyes for you. Take a song from a bird, turn it to word. When you're through, you found a voice for you, like a song on the wind. My beautiful friend, beautiful friend. Take the coat of a tree, almost fallen leaf, weave them golden brown as your hair. Take the pale of the moon, dip into it with a spoon. It's the earth again, and that is your skin. Come to me again, my beautiful friend, beautiful friend. You were born the world first turn, flames flickered in the first fires burn. You the phoenix and the earth is clear, and you be mine, I'll call you dear. Take the clouds in the sky, the sun shone bright, shape it with a fire, and that is your smile. Take the heat of the earth when the mountains burst, put it in a mold, and your heart you love, together till the end. My beautiful friend, like a song on the wind. My beautiful friend, beautiful.
Thank you for the drum riser. I've never done that before. That was awesome.
That was awesome. That's just for you, John.
I loved every minute of it.
It's fine. It was artsy.
On behalf of the band, I really just want to say how glad we are to be involved in this year's special edition of the North Carolina Folk Festival held here in Greensboro. Feel the same way, buddy? It's a special event, and I know folk music brings people together. It also keeps them apart, because I know somebody that really hates folk music, and we don't hang out because of it. But I'm just kidding. You know, the reason folk music's called folk music is because it's from the folk, and it's history passed down. And so, to that later generation, who I mentioned earlier, we're going to send this song out. There's civil unrest in our country of America, and some people, some Americans are treating other Americans not like friends, but like enemies, and that's something that brings me down a little bit, but it'll all be cleaned up by the year 2132, so that's totally fine. So enjoy this song as a slice of history. It's called Peace Officer. Peace officer, peace officer, peace. In times of trouble, it's calm we seek. So peace officer, peace. Put down your baton and shield. Put down your baton and shield. An outstretched hand, it does more to heal. So put down your baton and shield. Peace officer, peace. Peace officer, peace. Reach for the weapon unseen on your belt of peace officer, peace. Lift up a voice, this is one. We lift up our voices as one. There's power in words you won't find in a gun. So we lift up a voice, this is one. Tears and the mothers have shown. The tears and the mothers have shown. There's more to man than flesh and bone. Tears and the mothers have shown. So peace officer, peace. Peace officer, peace. If I can lean on you, you can lean on me. Peace officer. Thank you, friends. We have time for one more song here at the old Mill in Guilford, and we're going to do Mom's Choice. You know, we have 4 of the greatest fans in the world that we truly would not be here without, and that's 4 of the proudest musical moms you could find. They weren't so excited at first, but they've grown Greg, they've grown more used to the idea, especially now that they can just sit at home and watch all our shows on YouTube. Here's our song from our 2010 release on Yep Rock Records. I hope you enjoy it. It is about woody confines and the escape of the woods. It's called Wildwood.
Mistake me for a while, place to run and hide. Don't mistake me for a while, we'll go to die. Not a place to hang your head, run away from yourself. You decided a long time ago that I was the one. Don't mistake me for a while, place to run and hide. Don't mistake me for a while, we'll love to go to die. Start to feel like a broken game, tucked in a cupboard, stowed away. Don't you remember how we used to laugh? And remember how to play. Oh, it speaks so loud, like a headline in the news. Oh, it speaks so loud. You did what you did just to lose. You could not find. Mistake me for a while, place to run and hide. Don't mistake me for a while, where your love go to die.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Additional funding and support for the North Carolina Folk Festival virtual concert series is provided by the following sponsors.
You've gone before I had a chance to prepare for your ride. It was over, it was fine. People say that's for the best, and I'll get over all the sorrow, but I'll never let you go. In my heart, you're on my mind. So no tomorrow, so you're with me all the time. In this life we're made to shine until we disappear. But I see you in the stars, 'cause you're here. I never knew how I could love till I dreamed about our future and imagined all that you were. So how can I expect to give up? You're so real that I can touch you, and all I do is love you. You're in my heart, you're on my mind. The sun don't know tomorrow, so you're with me all the time. In this life we're made to shine until we disappear. But I see you in the stars, 'cause you're here. Oh, oh. I'm forever changed, 'cause you